Alright, so apparently my microphone wasn't working during the Katana gameplay demonstration. Unfortunately,
yeah, I mean, not if you will. She
of course, it had to happen
in life. She is
when the princess was being shown off, right?
The opposite of Shinnok in a way, where he was like death, bones, demons, all that.
But Katana looks amazing,
like flowers,
guys.
Butterflies, puppies.
Definitely the most impressive female character for me so far.
Yeah, also fire.
Even more so than Cassie, gameplay-wise.
She made that.
She made that.
She made that, right?
So she is one of the game's premier zoning characters. She is a
so I've kind of seen Cetrion gameplay from the Game Informer breakdown.
Just throwing straight fans.
But let's check it out anyway.
She has more slower startup, more trap moves that are like mid, close, and far. But first, let's just briefly go over her normals. They are all very effects heavy. It's super cool. She uses the elements even in normals. I really love this water teleport. She has this one where literally a meteorite comes, and if it's a counter hit, she gets this crushing blow where it just absolutely bops them on the head. Bop. And then she gets a combo. You know, if I wasn't old and bad.
It's alright.
It's okay. Even her hop attack is just bopping you over that with a meteorite thing.
Where does she get all these boulders?
Well, you're an Elder God.
Yeah, she's more of a zoning character.
Conjure anything.
No, yeah.
Reality is at your fingertips.
She has a lot of moves that could catch you from full screen.
Special moves.
But you know, she's a goddess, you know what I mean? So I'll take it from her.
She bounces on the ground, and while the startup is pretty slow,
I hope she does have some cool attacks
it has a long knockdown
where you could play a little bit more aggressive.
Space will be controlled when this move is hit.
You're gonna hit with a boulder.
Yeah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense that you wouldn't want to move if a giant boulder was rolling at you.
Absolutely.
But then to complement it, she has this air one, and it looks very similar. It's going to be extremely hard to tell what she's doing.
Sure.
So you want to jump because of the rolling boulder, and then you're going to jump into this. She also has this rock wall, and if she amplifies it, it's a great combo ender, and this can actually absorb projectiles.
I was just going to ask, can it absorb projectiles?
It can. And that is a crushing blow.
When it absorbs a projectile.
When it absorbs a projectile for the first time, you actually get the crushing blow. And again, once per game.
Sure.
It's also one of her key combo enders.
Now this is very interesting to me, because some that you sort of shark around for, you know, this one, you might be trying to do that when you shouldn't be doing it, because you know the first time you get a crushing blow. You might be throwing it up there and missing, throwing it up there. I mean, there's definitely some danger knowing you have to do it first try.
Absolutely. So then she has her Hellfire Beam. She can do this in the air or the ground.
That's a really cool move.
She amplifies it. This
like
is
I said, that's kind. It reminds me of Raiden's.
It's real juicy damage.
Raiden's
very, very hard to
levitate.
Avoid.
He got a couple moves off it.
Then she has this Tentacle Grab. This is actually one of the few tracking moves in the game. Like, we don't have a lot of these in this, but this will actually go wherever the opponent is. It's pretty quick. It is not a low. It's actually a mid, so there are no overhead low mix-ups. She just has to do it. And it has a ton of recovery on whiff or block. But, again, the opponent's kind of jumping around, walking back, trying to avoid all this business. And then at any moment you see movement, or you go for the read, and you're going to get him, and then you're going to get a combo.
She's just throwing the world at you, man. She doesn't mess around.
I do love her effects, man.
She really doesn't have a lot of pop-ups because she's kind of a keep-away character. So often what I do is I actually do this move, let them restand, then I go for a throw, or I go for a overhead bop, or this move which just sends them back. So she's not a character that's going to hurt you super, super hard when you're wrong, but you're going to be wrong a lot as you're trying to
She looks cool, you know, but her gameplay being mostly keep away and not
some moves that are going to be
too
interesting.
many combos for me. It's probably going to result in how I felt about Jade in the beta.
With an earth-based loadout.
Nice.
I gave her a ground pound.
Oh, I love that.
But we don't know all her moves yet.
And then I gave her, she has these different buffs using the elements. I gave her this one where she summons the rocks. So now the way this works is, I'm going to switch to Jade. She summons the rocks, and while you're in the rock field, if you hit Cetrion, the rock will actually latch out and try to hit you. So I'll show you. You can see. If it's blocked or whiffed, it actually won't, and you can actually avoid them. Like, they're not just immediately targeting. Like, I'm intentionally doing something low, and now I'm out of the field. But you'll see the rock actually comes down, and if the opponent's there, they'll get bopped.
Move.
So Cetrion, using both of her defensive stamina, if you look, it actually takes up her whole thing.
Oh,
she can set
it
this
actually
up,
takes up
go in
both
for pressure,
defensive
go in for throw,
stamina.
whatever,
Wow, that'll probably be not. I don't think that would be worth it.
Wow.
Someone got a call. Someone's got a call.
they'll actually be hit. Now, because the stamina's gone, you got to think about the risk-reward here, because that means
now you don't have any defensive options.
She's not going to be able to break away or do a wake-up attack for quite a while. So
I don't think that's worth it at all.
This isn't an end-all. You know, you just can't play the game, but it is a great, great defensive tool.
Now, would you use it as like, I'm going to be on the other side of the screen, I'm going to put that up, and I'm going into zoning lane?
You could definitely do that.
Right.
I personally like using it offensively, kind of do it in the mid-range, and then try to go in if they try to poke. But yeah, you could absolutely do that too. It's essentially
it does last for a pretty good amount of time.
Ring of protection.
It just depends if the hit stun is enough to get a combo after.
Fatal blow before we go.
I don't think they.
Loadout. This one.
I don't think it showed if you could get a combo
from it. That is
from
actually drop down and track you. So no matter where on screen, it's going to hit them on the top of the head. It is awesome for zoning exchanges. Like, you can literally sit there, look for Jade to throw her glaive or turn on, and yeah, you got him. She becomes extremely deadly when she's in Fatal Blow.
You would expect that out of an Elder God.
Yeah.
They just get stronger.
Melt that tree. Nice.
All right, so let's go to Loadout 2, which is my wind-based loadout.
Okay.
What, is that too much?
No, I think this is one of your best names ever.
Thank you. I thought of this Arbor Bay on the way to work, and
Arbor Bay.
That's good. I like it. I like it.
She turned corrupted or what?
Right? A little
yes.
more evil.
I'm all in on her.
She looks awesome.
I personally use this weird cosmic purple, like outer space looking thing that's really cool.
The purple stuff. That's what I like to hear.
So the first move I gave her was this tornado. Typically, she doesn't have just a standard projectile that just goes straight forward, and this
that thing has a good amount of
full screen. The really cool thing
you get from
is actually the pushback on block, because it is hella. They actually go way back. So this
has a huge amount of startup, though. I could imagine you could interrupt that.
So it is super good for keeping the opponent at bay.
What was the amplified version? What do you get? Just a little bit more damage, or what?
Another one of these.
Why couldn't she get a pop-up with the meter burn version? You know what I mean?
How it works, because this thing's pretty awesome.
I know she's supposed to be a zony character, but at least give her some combos.
Jade is on the outer edges. It actually slows down her movement, even her jumping. You can see it's like literally a barrier. And if you get to the center, you can move, but outside the edges, it's super hard to get in. And this totally complements the tornado move I gave her. So, for example, you can go in here, do this, and you can see in mid-range, Jade is going to really struggle to get in. And even if she's blocking, she's going to be pushed back to it. So this is just the perfect move to keep someone out and keep up the range.
She also has, from the Game Informer,
she doesn't have the best combos, but she has excellent keep away. And
demonstration.
She's shipping them
she has another like aura move where
she could use her shadow.
If you hit her when she's in that certain spot,
again,
you could actually get out of combos.
All her defensive stamina.
Just like Aquaman's like Water of Life.
Cool. What do we got? We have anything left? Ooh, even the rock.
So is that Cetrion?
We kind of want to just give a few tastes of Cetrion. That
all right, that's Cetrion, guys.